did it. The nurses' ball this year made twice the money the nurses' ball last year did. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. I am a... Howdy, hello.
Lucy, it's Julie.
Why do you keep calling me?
Your daughter, Christina. I think she could be in danger.
Why would you say that?
I had a terrible dream about her. And it might not mean anything.
Okay, I'll bite. Tell me about the dream.
I know I've had my quota of phone calls, but this is an emergency. They're making me get off the phone, Lucy.
Just tell me about the dream. Hurry up.
I can't. They're making me go. You're going to have to come out here.
Okay, fine. I will be out there for Christina's sake, but I'm telling you something. We are going to get a few things straightened out while I'm out there.
Hey, Neil, hand me that last plate, would ya?
Whoa.
Great.
How'd you do that?
Years of practice as a waitress.
Dad, say boo to Karen and let's see what happens.
I got a better idea. Let's tie our shoelaces together.
Okay, you guys, break it up. It's Neil's bedtime.
Ooh.
Can you read to me first from Treasure Island? It's so cool the way you play the characters.
All right, 15 minutes.
Hey, what about me? I was pretty good as Jim's mother, wasn't I, huh?
You're awesome, Mom.
I had a good coach.
Karen, why don't you come up and listen to Dad's Long John Silver?
Why don't you guys all go ahead? I'll just finish up down here. Okay?
See you.
You're a million miles away.
Not that far.
Where'd you go?
I'm here, just thinking about what a beautiful night it is.
Is that based on what you see out there, or what's happening here?
Both.
Oh, man, I missed you.
I don't know what I would do if we were ever apart for real.
We're not. And we never will be. Let's just keep reminding ourselves we're only doing this until we can put away DV for good.
I don't want anyone knowing about those letters. If you tell a soul about what I've told you to do, you stand no chance of ever seeing your son.
I wish we could stay here forever. And just live off roots and berries. And go to sleep every night counting the stars.
You wouldn't last 24 hours without a pastrami and rye and a martini.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I am a city girl after all.
And we have a lot to do.
Like finding those letters that Victor sent you.
I'm afraid that may be even more important now.
Why?
Scott thinks that DV might be after those letters, too.
You look worried.
Just trying to figure out why DV wants to get his hands on those letters your father sent you.
When Victor and I went to the website that Scott found on DV's computer, we found all these strange equations.
Equations? Like what?
Victor recognized it as a computer program designed to block psychic projections. But as far as Victor could tell, DV's program was incomplete.
And you think that Victor came up with a completed version, which is why DV wants those letters that Victor sent you from France.
Exactly, but Victor doesn't remember writing them or sending them to me. So he's not even sure if he ever came up with the final answer.
But if he did, DV would definitely want those letters.
Don't panic yet. Scott's on his way to France right now to search the convent where Victor was convalescing when Lucy found him there. Lucy may have left the letters there.
Okay, what if the letters are in the lighthouse?
They're not. Victor and I turned the place upside down.
Okay, maybe I could look in the lighthouse. You know, a fresh pair of eyes.
I've already
I might-
tried that with Lucy. No go. But I appreciate your wanting to help.
Of course I want to help.
But you're already doing so much.
I wish this whole thing were over.
We all do.
I gotta go back to work. Call me if you hear anything about the letters, all right?
I'll call you.
Eve? Eve, you forgot.
Is Neil okay?
Yeah, he's reading to Courtney. He does the voices almost as well as I do.
Well, he's an amazing kid.
Yes, he is. Sometimes I think he's the adult and Frank and I are the kids.
Oh, you can't help it if Frank is always angry.
What about my lying to Neil?
When did you lie to him?
Every time he asks if he's gonna die and I say no way.
You're giving him hope.
Yeah, but Karen, what if it's false hope, huh? Every time we come up with something new, he wants to know if this is it, the magic bullet that's gonna save his life. And I say yes, knowing that it may not be true and that this whole thing is just one big crapshoot. The leukemia is not going away and there may not be a damn thing I can do about it.
Except love him. And you do.
Karen, that's not saving his life.
Yes, it is.
What kind of life? He can't play Little League. He can't even go fishing.
Well, someday he will. And before you know it, he'll be borrowing the keys to your car.
You promise?
When you tell Neil he's gonna survive, you're making a pledge to make it happen.
Go ahead. Tell me about your dream.
You and Christina, you were in the park, and you were pushing her in a swing, and both of you were so happy and laughing in the sun.
That isn't all that threatening.
And all of a sudden, it was as though a wind came up and it got very dark. And your baby, she was crying, and then a man was taking her out of the swing.
What man? What did this man look like?
I couldn't see his face, but I saw you, and you were lying on the ground as though you were hurt or something. And the man, he just ignored you, and he took off with the baby.
Okay, then what?
I woke up. Does that dream mean anything to you?
I am not sure. But what I am sure of is Christina. She's safe. I make absolutely, positively sure of that.
Please don't go.
Look, I appreciate your phone call, Julie. I really do. And telling me about the dream. Just don't do it again. Don't call me ever again,
Lucy,
okay?
I'm not finished.
Yes, Julie, you are absolutely finished.
If you care about what's best for Christina, you'll stay.
Okay, Julie, if there is something more you want to tell me about Christina, just do it. Tell me.
It's what I feel when I think about the two of you. And I do that a lot.
Boy, do I have a shiver going up and down my spine.
Okay, because you imagine crazy Julie sitting here dreaming about your family.
No, because I imagine crazy Julie working it, playing on my fears right now.
I would never do that. You've been so kind to me in the past. And that's one of the reasons you're in my thoughts.
You know, you're getting very good at this. I almost believe you.
You know, I'd like you to understand what I mean. When I was accused of murder, you didn't turn your back on me.
Julie, you need to get a grip. That was because I thought Eve was the killer.
Yes, so did I. And remember me helping you when you wanted to get Eve's address book?
I do. I'd almost forgotten about that. We sort of teamed up. That was until you tried to brick me in a wall to kill me. That sort of puts a damper on a budding friendship, don't you think?
Greg Cooper made me do that. And he infected my mind and my soul. Or don't you believe such things are possible?
I will tell you what I believe about that. I think that there are sometimes very powerful links between certain people's spirits.
Yes, evil links and good ones. Like the one I've been trying to form with you and your little girl. I know you don't trust me, Lucy, and God, I don't blame you. But if I can help you and your baby somehow, I'd like to.
Why exactly would that be?
Because I want to make some contribution to the world. And maybe if I do this, you'll find it in your heart to forgive me.
Well, that is pushing it. You know, I don't want to disappoint you, so please don't get your hopes up.
Will you at least stay a little longer? If you show me a picture of Christina, I might be able to tell you more about the man in my dream.
Look, obviously they did not allow me to bring my purse in here.
Well, tell me about her then.
You claim you saw her in your dream.
Yes, but not clearly. And the only photo I've ever seen of her was on TV.
She's beautiful. I know all mothers tend to say that about their children, but in this case, Christina is beautiful.
And her personality. What's she like?
She's an angel. She's just so happy, you know, and I know that even though I didn't give birth to her, that she's taking on some of my mannerisms, because her smile, when I walk in the room, her little face just lights up, and the smile that's smiling at me is exactly my smile, and it's beautiful.
She sounds so happy to be living with you.
Yes, she is. She's happy as a little clam. And I feel like I am her real mother, and we are both happier than we could ever be.
Kelly, could you page Dr. Lambert for me? I wound up with her cell phone.
She hasn't signed in yet.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I could put it in her mailbox.
No, that's all right. Her apartment's on my way home.
Okay.
Thanks.
Trick or treat?
Wow. Great costume. You really do look like Hannibal Lecter.
Thought I'd check out the new living arrangements. Got to give our son some news about his mum.
Is he here in Port Charles, my son? Is he here?
He's in your dreams, Eve, until you give me Victor's letters.
No one knows where they are, okay? Now get the hell out of here before Chris comes home and finds you.
Dr. Ramsey is in surgery. And you and I have business to discuss.
I'll be thinking about you my whole shift.
Good.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Neil finally drifted off.
Yeah, his first night home, we made a pretty good mess of it, didn't we?
Yeah, well, Neil shouldn't have found out I was pregnant the way he did. But you handled it well. You did.
Well, I told him the truth, you know. This baby, this brother.
No, sister.
Or
Maybe.
sister,
No,
sister.
sister.
I mean, it's going to be conceived out of love.
I feel the same way.
I mean, we both love Neil. And we're going to love this baby, too.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I feel like we've gotten to a pretty good place, you and I. You know, we're friends, comfortable with one another. And that's why I feel like I can talk to you about this stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, you know, if you and Karen hadn't gotten into another one of your fights tonight, Neil wouldn't have found out about the baby the way he did.
Well, then tell Karen to hang out someplace else besides our house.
Now, you know that's not going to happen. Karen is as much part of my life as Neil is. And you've got to get used to that.
It's not easy, Joe. I still don't like the way she treated you.
Frank set me up to look bad.
And why did Karen believe him?
I don't know. Maybe Karen made a mistake. You know, so did I. We all make mistakes, Courtney. Okay?
Yeah.
But that's in the past now. And wherever I go, Karen goes. And you've got to understand that.
And my other choice is...
None.
Okay, well, then I guess I understand that.
Good. It means a lot to me. Get your hands off her.
This week,
This can't be happening. Junior wouldn't run away.
a missing child,
Gotta find Adam and tear his head off.
and one man's to blame.
You are the worst father that ever lived.
Deception has its price.
You're not leaving this house with my daughter.
Now Adam must pay.
You are not Colby's father.
All My Children, ABC Daytime.
Frank, it's not what you think.
Oh, he never is with you two.
We weren't doing anything. I was
You don't have to
upset.
explain yourself just because Frank has the hots for you.
Don't either of you ever listen to Neil. It hurts him when you fight.
Okay, you want me to back off? Fine. But he is taking advantage of you.
No, he isn't. He was just trying to...
Hello? Yes, yeah. I'm on my way. Okay, one of my patients just went in the V-fib. They're trying to stabilize him. I gotta go.
It's okay.
If Neil wakes up,
I bet we can handle it, Joe.
keep him away from our son as long as he's in this rotten mood. I'll be back as soon as I can.
You forgot to yell, hurry home to this jerk who doesn't love you.
Joe isn't the problem.
Well, then who is?
You are, Frank. You're a good man. But you don't know how to deal with that. I asked you to do something impossible. Keep it a secret that you're the father of our children, and you've done that. Even though it's killing you.
When Joe gets in my face about his kids, I want to tear his head off. And one of these days I just might, or I'm going to explode from not doing it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not, Courtney. Or you would let me tell the truth.
Do you ever wonder about Christina's birth mother?
I used to every single day. I kept worrying that her mother would show up and want Christina back.
Maybe there's a reason she hasn't come forward.
One thing I do know, that anybody who gave birth to such a beautiful little girl can't be all bad. So, you know, she probably just didn't know how to take care of her.
Well, that doesn't mean she didn't love her.
Well, maybe, but all I know is no one could love that little girl like I do.
And Scott, how does he feel about his family getting bigger?
We broke up.
That must be difficult on Serena.
Serena doesn't know. We decided not to tell her. We didn't want the kids mixed up in the middle of anything, and besides, they're out of town anyway.
Well, where are they?
They're with people who love them very, very much. I talk to Serena 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day.
And what about Christina? She's been uprooted so often.
Christina is absolutely fine.
Yes, but you don't know that, do you?
Yes, I do. I wouldn't leave her someplace she was. She's excellent hands. She's very well loved and taken care of. And, you know, I wouldn't allow her to be anywhere else because if something was wrong, I do know my mother's instinct would just kick in. You know, I am going to leave, like right now.
Please come back and see me.
Oh, you know, Julie, listen, I really did drive out here thinking I'd see you bouncing off rubber walls with drool coming out of your mouth. And look at you. You actually do seem like maybe you're getting a little bit better.
And it's because of people like you. Please come back.
I promise you, I'll think about it. Guard. Thank you.
Christina's out of town. Lucy, what have you done with my baby?
Still no sign of him? I don't want any excuses. Find him now. Scott Baldwin has disappeared. Do you know where he is?
Why would I know where Scott is? I'm not his babysitter.
Well, I thought since his
girl is sleeping with your guy.
Look, Scott is a loner, okay? More so than usual now that Lucy has twisted the knife into his back.
Well, it's too bad we can't locate him. I'd love to twist it myself.
All right, I have to go to work. When I find the letters, I will let you know.
Did you search the lighthouse yourself?
I don't have any reason to be in the lighthouse now that Kevin and I are broken up.
And you can't find a reason?
I am trying, David.
You're not trying hard enough. Or don't you want to see your son?
Oh, I am sick and tired of your threats. Get it through your twisted skull. I am doing everything you asked me to do.